All right, man. Gabrielle Union rips LeBron James, defends LeBron James, Heat Big Three, and NSWF shots at Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. All right, let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Long story short, she ripped them for starting the Big Three. All right. And she should stay in the woman's place. This ain't her opinion. She ain't no sportswoman just because you married to Dwayne Wade. You got other stuff on this plate, right? So she got to get this work, right? It says Gabrielle Union. Can y'all see this? It's a pretty nice lady, as it turns out. However, the Hollywood actress can get pretty fierce when it comes to defending the honor of her husband, Dwayne Wade, and Miami Heat super team with fellow Big Three members LeBron James and Chris Paul. On a recent episode of JJ Redick's Old Man in the Three podcast, Union got really honest and she shared her thoughts on what she felt is unwarranted criticism towards the Miami Heat super team with LeBron James and company. Union was quickly to point out that Kevin Durant, Paul Pierce, and the rest of Boston Celtics did the exact same thing, except they weren't as successful as the infamous Big Three. Quote, "It was here for all of that. I was here for all that," as Union said. Quote, but also here for when KG, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Ray Allen all came together, even though they don't want to admit it. They kicked admit that they kicked that B off. I think she meant okay. There's been super teams before. They just didn't have it. It wasn't in the era with this platform and social media and sports talk radio 24/7. It's different. Well, Union's lengthy rant didn't end there. She continued to take aim at the Celtics and the way they built their own super team is different. How you look at it is different. She continued, and the whole built, not bought, whatever, born. That is to say, to me, okay, that you built it. Did anyone come? No, your fans are leaving the effing halftime. Cheerleaders can't bother. So, shot fired at Gab here. She did not hold back. To be fair, KG Company did win a championship for Celtics. Then again, you can always argue that LeBron's Miami Heat won 2 chips. All right, 2 things are clear here. The first is Gabrielle Union has some pretty strong feelings about super. Secondly, you don't mess with the ladies when they come to their men. My thing is this, man. She wasn't a nice lady in Hollywood. If you didn't know, she admitted to being a mean girl. She was everybody. She was delivered from evil. She actually was that persona. She did admit to being that, and then she also projected on Dwayne Wade's son. I just leave it at that, okay? Because she wanted a girl, and then she was patient. She would have got the girl she wanted. She got a beautiful girl, right? Her and Dwayne Wade. I'm not here to criticize Dwayne Wade. I'm not speaking on none of the stuff. His parenting skills. I'm not a parent. I can't really speak on him. Okay, I can't speak on him, man. But at the same time, it's not personal. But you need to understand. She right. There have been super teams before them. All right, but they all was drafted together for the most part. And Kareem did get drafted. Kareem did. Did he get traded to LA, whatever it may be, right? But the big thing, the elephant in the room, or not even the elephant in the room, the thing people don't point out was Kevin Garnett, the best player in the NBA at the time. No, he wasn't. He was on the other side of his career. Not saying he was old. Paul Pierce, and who was there? Paul Pierce was drafted there. Rajon Rondo was drafted there, right? Okay. Ray Allen was first. Let's start with Ray Allen. Ray Allen was dying in Seattle. People even forgot that he was in Seattle. Okay, people forgot he was in Seattle. For one, 2, KG, he wasn't doing nothing in Timberwolves. He was on the other side of his career. All of them was, except for Rondo. You can say that for Rondo. Rondo never recaptured that. Rondo never was better than when he was in Boston. At the time, Rajon Rondo was never reached that level. So they all was, Rajon was at his peak, but the rest of them was on the other side of their career, like it or not. All right, that's the honest truth. They was on the other side of their career. And what you don't point out is, at the time, Kevin Garnett nor Ray Allen. Okay, none of them was the best player in the league. Rajon Rondo, LeBron James was dubbed the next golden child. They wasn't gonna make sure KG got a ring. They wasn't gonna make sure Paul Pierce got a ring. They wasn't gonna make sure Rajon Rondo got a ring or Ray Allen got a ring. You talking about the golden child of the NBA. The golden child of the NBA. You talking about LeBron James, the greatest player, leaving and going to a super team. He probably hadn't even reached his pinnacle yet. Damn near, he was at his peak. Damn near. Did Michael do it? No. Did Kareem do it? Magic wasn't there yet. He couldn't have known Magic was going to be there. Did Magic do it? Did Bird do it? No. Did Michael do it? No. Did Isaiah do it? No. Did Kobe and Shaq do it? No. Shaq couldn't know Kobe was going to be there, I don't believe. Nobody knew Shaq and Kobe be what he was. Kobe wasn't the number one overall pick. The best player in the league, when Boston formed the Big Three, right? Everybody wants to say, oh, let's go form a Big Three like Boston. Let's go form. No, when LeBron formed the Big Three, then that was the direct cause and effect of Kevin Durant going to Golden State. LeBron couldn't get a ring and lead a team to a championship. He said, I had to go learn from Dwayne Wade, the best player in the world. KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, they have never been considered the best player in the world. KG been close, but you got to remember when KG, was coming on when they played the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. People forget that, and that's after they lost. That was Sprewell saying he couldn't afford his family for $35 million. All right, people tend to forget that. They lost to the Lakers. Shaquille O'Neal was the best player in the league at that point. You know what I'm saying? Had crowds like Chris Webber, who, was damn near naked. It was a deep league then. Rasheed Wallace. So people tend to forget that the best player in the league, the face of the NBA, did it. Neither one of them was the face of the NBA. That's what she's missing. LeBron James was the face of the NBA. And he left to form a super team like a punk because he couldn't beat Boston. He left to learn from Dwayne Wade. They didn't start the trend. How many super teams came after Boston? How many people say, I'm going to get a super team? None but LeBron James. Immediately after, none but LeBron James. So, was Paul Pierce ever considered the best player in the league? No. Was Rajon Rondo? No. Was Ray Allen? No. Kevin Garnett? None of them was considered the best player in the league ever. I watched their careers. Kevin Garnett, my second favorite player ever. It's Allen Iverson, then Kevin Garnett. They were close. Kevin Garnett was. LeBron James was considered the best player in the league. They were one of the greatest players of all time. Top 5. Top 10 to be safe. All right? Facts. Dwayne Wade, after they robbed the Mavericks of a finals, he was considered the best player in the world for a short period of time. And Chris Bosh is solid. Really good player. So she can get there and defend all you want to. The best player in the world, the face of the league, left his home area to go defeat Boston because he couldn't do it. Had he waited, Boston was deteriorating. They was getting old. They was old when they got there. When they didn't beat Kobe in the Eastern Conference Final, it was a wrap. So she could say what she wanted to. The best player in the league formed a super team. That set the bad example. Not some guys that was faded in Boston, faded in Seattle. I think that's where Ray came from. And faded in Timberwolves. No. And they didn't collude with each other neither, did they? Not to our knowledge. Come on, like I said before, man. He said I have to go learn from Dwayne Wade. The best player in the league said he had to learn to win from Dwayne Wade. Let that marinate on your mind, man, like Nick Bone Juice. She can say what she want to say. She don't know shit about basketball for real. Of course you're going to defend your man. I'm not mad at it. But the best player in the world doing it, shit's soft. It's soft. But hey, let me know what you guys think, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video. Subscribe to the channel, my social media subscription. Twitter's the fastest way than Facebook, then Instagram, the Facebook group. If you want to reach out, advertise, video questions, business questions, inquiries, video questions, we'll chop it up. All my links there. Twitter's the fastest way than Facebook, then Instagram, then Twitter. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Check the NBA Talk playlist. Peace.